I would have never in a billion years, like, if you had told past me that a female basketball player would be wiping the floor with the biggest stars in the NBA, I would have never believed you.
The haters hoped the Caitlin Clark effect would die down, but I've got bad news for them. It's only just begun. Caitlin Clark is setting new records, and if I'm interpreting the news correctly, she's on track to absolutely dominate in 2026. Big-name CEOs are already banking millions on it. What just happened is absolutely insane and perfectly illustrates the Caitlin Clark effect, showing how she doesn't even need the WNBA or to be on a court at all to dominate. PSA, the company that grades trading cards and sets the standard in the industry, is a clear example of how her influence extends far beyond the game itself. PSA, the company that sets the standard for the entire collectibles industry, just released its 2025 data, and Caitlin Clark emerged as the #1 most collected active basketball player in the world. She surpassed LeBron James, the face of basketball for 2 decades, a 4-time champion, 4-time MVP, and the NBA's all-time scoring leader, beating every active NBA player, while she herself was sidelined with an injury. It gets even more remarkable when looking at PSA's map of the most graded active athletes by state. In the basketball category, it's overwhelmingly Clark country, with nearly every state sending in more Caitlin Clark cards for grading than anyone else. The numbers back this up, as she accounted for 3 of the 10 most graded cards overall in 2025, not just in basketball, but across all sports. What makes this even more impressive is the trajectory. She ranked 6th among the most collected basketball players in 2024, then jumped to #1 in 2025 despite missing most of the season due to injury. As PSA President Ryan Hogg put it, this level of momentum in the hobby is typically reserved for the most elite athletes, showing that this phenomenon is no longer just about basketball. This isn't just about basketball anymore, it's a cultural phenomenon and a matter of icon status. When someone can dominate the collectibles market while watching games from the bench, they've clearly transcended the sport itself. That's exactly why some of the world's most powerful players are making massive bets on Caitlin Clark in 2026, investing millions of their own money, all centered around one key factor: Nike. Behind the scenes, Nike has been struggling significantly, with its stock price down nearly 60% from its 2021 peak, as of May 2025. Once seen as the undisputed king of sports apparel, the brand was widely criticized for losing its innovation, speed, and forward-thinking edge, while newer brands captured market share and made Nike look outdated and out of touch. This frustration boiled over during the Caitlin Clark signature shoe situation. Fans expected her shoe in 2025, but it never came, while Aya Wilson received hers first. Despite Wilson's on-court dominance, many questioned why Clark, the biggest draw in women's sports, didn't have the shoe everyone clearly wanted to buy. Whether it was production delays, prioritization decisions, or Nike simply moving too slowly, fans saw it as yet another example of the company fumbling a major opportunity. However, something important has been happening quietly in the background. On December 22, 2025, Apple CEO Tim Cook, leader of one of the most valuable companies in the world, purchased 50,000 shares of Nike stock, a move that signaled serious confidence from someone who has no need to take unnecessary investment risks.
Sometimes I'm like, man, I wish these things grab better. I wish they had a different mold on the bottom of them. Like, were you super involved in that process as well?
Yeah, for sure. And obviously I'm pretty picky about what I wear. I like a certain 2 Kobe models. So I knew whatever I was going to put in my own shoe, it need to be the equivalent of that technology or even better. And it's going to be even better. I'm not going to say exactly what it is, because I think it'll get people excited.
Someone at Tim Cook's level could sit on cash and treasury bonds for the rest of his life and be just fine. So when a person like that puts their own money into a struggling company, it means they know something, they've seen something, done the research, and are confident in what's coming. The same applies to Nike's CEO, Elliott Hill, who purchased approximately $1 million worth of Nike stock at the end of 2025. A CEO doesn't make a move like that unless they believe something big is on the horizon. If they thought the company was about to tank, they'd be selling, not buying. Instead, Hill is doubling down. During a recent business call, he revealed that Nike's North American business grew 9%, reaching $5.63 billion in the last fiscal quarter, signaling a real rebound after years of decline. The numbers back it up, and a major driver of that momentum is Caitlin Clark's signature shoe. Then, On December 31st, Caitlin appeared on the New Heights podcast with Travis and Jason Kelsey, where she made a comment that should have the attention of every sneakerhead, investor, and basketball fan. That's right, there's going to be new technology designed specifically for Caitlin, and it's guaranteed to make the haters' heads explode. Nike's marketing machine is clearly ramping up, highlighted by a Christmas commercial that introduced the From Anywhere tagline, two words that perfectly capture what makes Caitlin special. This is no longer a slow rollout. Nike is going all in. Her signature shoe is set to drop in 2026, with the exact date still to be confirmed, but it's coming. What we do know is that two of the smartest CEOs in the world are backing this moment with their own money. And just imagine, what happens when Caitlin actually returns to the court? This is when the roof is truly going to blow off Gainbridge Fieldhouse and put to rest the lingering narrative that the WNBA's success is driven by anything other than her. To understand the scale of her impact, look back at May 2025, when Caitlin suited up for her first game in 6 months for a preseason exhibition against a little-known Brazilian national team. It wasn't even a real game, just a scrimmage and a tune-up, yet she sold out Carver-Hawkeye Arena in minutes, generated so much buzz that ESPN televised it nationally, and drew 1.3 million viewers, an astonishing number for a preseason exhibition. The 2025 WNBA Finals averaged about 1.5 million viewers, and it's important to remember that those numbers were measured using the new Nielsen ratings methodology, which counts millions more devices and streaming platforms. That means the figures are inflated compared to games earlier in the 2025 season, making it very likely that a Caitlin Clark preseason exhibition actually outdrew the WNBA Finals. So the real question is what happens in 2026, when Caitlin steps back onto the court wearing her new signature shoes, backed by the full force of Nike's marketing machine and an entire off-season of hype. Viewership is going to be off the charts, and that's when we'll truly see the impact of those inflated Nielsen numbers. For context, her first game of the 2025 season against the Sky drew 2.7 million viewers under the old methodology. With the new measurement system, the Nike shoe launch, and the powerful storyline of her return from injury, it's reasonable to predict that her return game will surpass 5 million viewers. And with the new media rights deal in place, every game featuring Caitlin will be nationally showcased, further amplifying her impact. Every one of her games will be nationally televised because networks aren't willing to risk missing out on those kinds of numbers. Caitlin Clark is appointment television, must-see TV, and the primary reason casual fans tune in. All of this proves one thing: she's bigger than basketball. She's a mainstream cultural figure operating at a level rarely, if ever, seen in women's sports. The evidence is overwhelming. She dominated the trading card market while injured, became the most collected basketball player in America, drew major investment confidence with Apple's CEO putting millions into Nike, and saw Nike's own CEO bet heavily on his company's future. Add in revolutionary shoe technology never used before, and it's clear she's poised to help revive Nike while leaving no doubt that the league's spotlight belongs to her. Critics said the hype would fade, and it didn't. They said missing a season would kill her momentum, and it didn't. The Caitlin Clark effect hasn't peaked, it's only just beginning.